Ramon Dino, 30 pounds over the classic physique weight limit. Will he make weight? HorseMD versus Rafael Brandao and Rafael's top 5 Arnold predictions, plus updates from Hadi Choopan, Samson Dauda, and many more. What's up, Desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another bodybuilding news video, and it's an Arnold Classic focused bodybuilding news video because we have a ton of Arnold Classic updates and news. So let's get straight into it with some updates here from Antoine Vaillant, who's obviously doing the Open at the Arnold Classic, one of the most underrated bodybuilders on the IFBB pro circuit, in my opinion. Looking very, very impressive as well. And I've seen the comments, and I actually heard that I think Nick Walker, he did a podcast yesterday with Olympia TV, and he actually even mentioned, hey, I've seen some photos of Antoine and he's looking good, because they're both obviously sponsored by HD Muscle. Antoine coached by Dorian Hamilton, the owner of HD Muscle as well. And very, very impressed with these recent updates. And one thing that I love to see on bodybuilders is those details in the shoulder. And you can see he's looking dry through the shoulders. They're not shot up. They're not looking bad in any way like that. Now, a guy that he's friends with that's doing this competition as well, and they've been side by side on the Mr. Olympia stage, in James Hollingshead, who is probably looking the flattest that I've seen him so far in this prep, but he still has that pop. When he hits his most muscular, he's still really popping. Like, he's got that roundness to his physique. And the level of density and muscularity that James Hollingshead has right now, I think we're going to see the best James Hollingshead of all time, and perhaps the most aesthetic James Hollingshead of all time as well. His waist seems really small. The abs seem really tight. Just overall, these updates, I'm so insanely impressed with what James Hollingshead is looking like. Will he be his biggest ever? I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it's going to be the best quality James Hollingshead we've ever seen on stage, and that should lead to a pretty decent placing at this Arnold Classic. Now, I've seen a ton of updates from Justin Rodriguez, and we've got another one right here hitting that double bicep shot, and he's been posting tons of updates, and I think he's doing it as well because he's looking really damn good. He traditionally posts quite a few updates, but he's posting a few extra at the moment. I think this is Justin Rodriguez's, I suppose, redemption tour, I guess, for lack of a better word, but he's looking very impressive right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes back like at this 2024 Arnold Classic. Now, moving on to HorseMD, Marcello de Angelis, Brazilian bodybuilding sensation who really made a splash last year, making his pro debut in the Open class. Many people say that he was competing in Classic. He never competed in Classic. He prepped, dieted down, and missed the weight by a huge amount when he actually went to do Classic Physique, but he's looking really good in his latest updates. You can see the striations through his traps there, which looks absolutely crazy. Then you got a little bit of a side tricep here as well, which is a bit of a weird update, sort of at a weird angle. I'd like to see the full body rather than just the side tricep up close, but he's looking good, and people are highly anticipating his Arnold Classic debut. And the guy who he's going to sort of be going up against, and I believe who he actually trains with as well, Rafael Brandao, who's looking damn impressive in this update. I've mentioned it in some recent videos, which I've never mentioned before. He's got my favorite physique in the IFBB Pro ranks today. He's just so impressive. And he says here, 4 weeks out, and then he put at Arnold Sports, we are going to make history. And then Neil Yoda Hill, who's Neil Hill, which is the coach of Rafael Brandao, he says, we stick to our game plan and our lane, just autopilot mode, focusing on small, steady steps moving forward team. And that got a ton of likes. I'm sure he's on side with all the Brazilian fans, but super impressed with Rafael Brandao. And he's actually on a podcast recently. And I reached out to Miguel Chain, who's actually a YouTuber as well in his own right, and he's a reporter and journalist on bodybuilding there in Brazil. A super nice guy. He actually reached out to me and he said, if you ever want anything translated or whatever, reach out. So I saw an interview with Rafael Brandao. I wanted it translated. I reached out to Miguel, and here's what he said Rafael Brandao said, and this is his predictions for the top 5 at the 2024 Arnold Classic. He said, the host of the podcast is Fabricio Pacolok. Sorry, I'm probably butchering that name. He says he's one of the best trainers in Brazil. Rafael was asked about his top 5 for Arnold. He said his opinion is based in the last results. Having this in mind, he has Hadi winning, Samson in second, and himself in third. After that, he says it's very difficult because HorseMD assume he means hasn't competed with those guys yet, but he believes Horse can be fourth and maybe James in fifth. And that's pretty consistent with my picks, to be honest. Outside of maybe I'd have James a spot higher, maybe Horse down a spot or two, but he's pretty spot on with that. I actually have Rafael placing third in the Arnold Classic this year. I think he's put on a really good amount of size, and I think he's going to do very, very well. And shout out to Miguel Chain. Go follow him on IG and YouTube as well. And also, let me know who you have winning between Rafael Brandao and HorseMD at the 2024 Arnold Classic. Let me know in the comments below on that. Now, we're going to update here from Samson Dauda, who's one of the favourites, obviously, along with Hadi Choopan, who we'll get to in just a moment. He's looking really damn impressive. Posted this at 4 weeks out of the Arnold Classic. He's looking pretty lean. And I think that's what people want to see from Samson Dauda. Can he bring his all-time best conditioning? If he does, he has a very, very good chance of winning this Arnold Classic. And I predicted Hadi to win, but I'm really starting to doubt that. Now, the way I'm seeing Samson Dauda look, he looks really good. So it's going to be a battle for that win. And obviously 2 and 3 at the Mr. Olympia. It makes it very exciting. And let's get to that man, Hadi Choopan, who posted up this saying, look at me. And he's hitting some completely different poses to what we've seen before. He's hitting a lot of classic stuff. But to be honest, a lot of poses that I really hope he doesn't do on stage. It's really random. He did this on his story as well, hitting some different poses. And yeah, I don't know. I would need to see it, I suppose, with his full shirt off, but I think he needs to refine how he does these poses if he is planning on hitting any of these on stage. And they do judge the posing routine at the Arnold Classic. I believe they still do that, as far as I know. So Samson Dauda may well win the posing routine or the posing round at the Arnold Classic, and that could be enough to push him over the top of Hadi Choopan. There's a distinct possibility of that. Now, are they judging it solely on posing? No. But if Samson's able to display his physique much better than Hadi during that round, Samson may well win that round. And if it's sort of split in the judging, which we've seen, at contests like the Olympia, like the Arnold Classic in previous years, this could be enough to push Samson over the top of Hadi. And that might just be why I'm going to change my prediction for 2024 Arnold Classic. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. And let's move to the Classic Physique, because we've got Breon Ansley, who's former, obviously, Classic Physique Olympia champion. He decided to make the move to the 212. They upped the weight limit for the Classic Physique. He stayed within the Classic Physique, looked really good at last year's Olympia. Super, super impressed. But he's 4 weeks out here, and I'm wondering, is Breon Ansley behind in his prep? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. He looks great. The muscle's still there. He's not missing anything, but is he a little bit behind for 4 weeks out when you compare him to some of these other guys like Wesley Vissers, Ramon Dino, and let's get to Ramon Dino right now, because this story is very interesting. So I saw this. This is actually from 6 weeks out. So this is 1.5 weeks or so ago. And this was posted up by this IG page, and it says, weighed herself. This is obviously lost in translation. I did the IG translate. So it says she weighs 117 kilograms. Then it says 6 weeks out from here, Arnold, Ohio. And then it says at 117 kilograms, he would need to lose 14 kilograms to hit the weight. But actually, it should be less. If I were to guess his current weight, I would bet it says 114 pounds, which is obviously wrong, and said, which would mean losing 11 pounds, just saying. Now, this was posted a week after that. I don't think he's lost 19 pounds in 1 week. So Ramon is considerably over that Classic Physique weight cap, according to this page at least. Let me know if it's otherwise with the new updated weight limits. Let me know that below, but I don't believe so. So 117.3 kilograms. What would that be? I'll pop it up on the screen now anyway. I won't guess on that, but it's pretty damn heavy. It really leads me to think that Ramon may be moving to the open class sooner than we may actually think. But then also C-Bum's not going to stick around forever, so it's sort of his title to take him a Classic. He's in a really tough spot there, but if I was him, I would probably stay within the Classic, try to win the Classic Physique Olympia, and then move up to the Open. I think that would be the wisest move for Ramon Dino. He's obviously got very freaky genetics, and that's why I think Ramon is destined for the Open, whether it's 2025, 26, 27, whichever year he makes that move to the Open. and I really, really hope he does, because Ramon's going to make money no matter what. But if I was him, yeah, I'd want a classic physique Olympia and then move on into the Open and potentially win an Open Olympia and become the second champ, winning a classic physique Olympia and an Open Mr. Olympia. That would be completely next level. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you like to see Ramon move to the Open? Who do you think will win out of HorseMD and Rafael Brandao? Plus in this video. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one. If you did enjoy this one, give the video a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and click the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. And check out my latest interview with Derek Lunsford. Part 1 and Part 2 are up. In Part 2, we actually go through the footage of the 2023 Mr. Olympia, and he reacts to how he looked on stage, what he needs to improve, what he doesn't need to improve, what he's happy with, all that good stuff. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one. My name is Xavier Wills. This is Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are out.